What's good, YouTube? It's your boy EB back with another video. This is a different type of video, but you know we always stay racked up. By the way, um, I'm gonna do a review on this do-rag because this is honestly best do-rag under $5, for $5 or less. But this time it's a reaction video. We're reacting to Justintime, a.k.a. Jay Lew, unpopular opinions, Royal products. This is a video basically coming at Poppy Blasted. Poppy Blasted is another waver who's active in the community, has his own wave page. Jay Lew, another waver who's active in the community, in the wave community, and this is basically reacting to the video. So I hope you guys like it. Like, subscribe. We got to 100 subs. I'm gonna keep going from there. Alright, so like 8 seconds into the video, you already know the Royal Scam and Goat Drip by Copy. If you don't know who Copy is, it's Poppy Blasted. If you're on, I think, Elite Spins, you should have seen this before. It's basically if you're great, I'm going to imitate, something like that. And it's another video about Poppy Blasted that I might react to, but it's basically Justintime and 360GZ accuse him of stealing their material for videos from the most popular videos. Long story short, we're gonna keep going with this. This is gonna be long.
Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy Jay Lew, and you got just in time for something new. Alright, now I know a lot of people have been
Bars.
asking me questions way back in the day about Royal products. What are my thoughts on them and everything like that? And at the same time, I've been getting flooded with comments and questions, whether if I go live on Facebook or whatever the case is, of people asking me my thoughts on this Goat Drip products and everything like that. Now, normally, I tend to stay away from doing certain product reviews because in this day and age, I don't know why, but when it comes to music, you have positive music reviews and then you have negative music reviews. When it comes to movies, you have positive and negatives, you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to sports, you have positive and negative reviews. People can have their own opinion and everything like that, but for whatever reason, whenever it comes to the wave game, if somebody comes out with a negative review, all of a sudden it's deemed as hate, and the person that came out with it is called a hater and blah, 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 blah. But
In the wave community, there is people like this that hate, but like I made one video putting down Jag Rags personally because I thought they were overpriced, and I did have some people talking about how, well, I'm young, so my opinion really doesn't matter. Other stuff like, wait, let's actually open. Basically, I'm young, trash review, Dream Do Rags are garbage, all stuff like that. But I mean, it is my opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, you watch us so that we could give our opinion, and if you don't like it, then just don't watch it. I mean, at the end of the day. And one of the reasons that is Poppy Blasted is so mainstream, that like he has like almost 200,000 subs, and much respect to him for really going through that grind. But it's like, if you put him down, then you do get put in that category. But it's among like really any fan base. Now, about calling himself the GOAT, I mean, I think that's kind of corny personally, but I'm not gonna be like, because he's riding it and he could do it, then I mean, all power to him.
But whenever I speak on something, y'all already know I always bring the facts, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if what I'm saying is true, it can't be called hate, but I know people already gonna do that. I'm gonna get into the reason why I never bought Royal products, and one of the reasons why I say it's a scam, you know what I'm saying? And after I said it, then you guys will be able to make your own informed decision. But I'm gonna also give my thoughts on this new Goat Drip butter and all that stuff like that, you know? So with that being said, let's get into the first product line, the Royal products. Now, I have to give you guys some history, you know what I'm saying? Whenever it comes to Facebook, there's two known pages as of right now that's really the most active on Facebook and everything like that. The first one is Elite Spins. Elite Spins is one of the original pages. I'm not...
Just to touch on that note, Elite Spins, 100% you should join. The wave community, especially in Elite Spins, as far as I'm concerned, every experience I had was pretty much positive. People help each other out. Memories, memes, jokes, anything, really good. You should honestly try to join it. it's a closed group, but you can apply to join. And yeah.
Saying it was the very first page. I'm just saying it's one of the original pages that's still active to this day, that has some of the top waivers and everything like that. People that truly influenced and created this wave game, either if they stayed in the group or not, you know what I'm saying? Then you have natural elites, right? Now, when it comes to these two different groups, the admins are very different. When it comes to Elite Spins is more like a barbershop. Now, in the barbershop, you can talk about any and everything. People think you're only supposed to talk about waves, but in a barbershop, you can talk about the haircut, but at the same time, you can talk about sports. Sometimes dudes be getting roasted and flamed, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at Elite Spins. It's like a barbershop to chill for all of the best waivers and for people that's trying to become the best. Now, whenever it comes to NE was created because PB couldn't get over on the people within that group, and at the same time, he was trying to...
I mean, it's true. I do think Elite Spins is like a barbershop. It's fun. The community is honestly great. But I personally cannot say I've had a bad experience in natural Elite Waves. I personally never had any static with any of the admins or Poppy Blaster. But I mean, if you have any differently, or if you have any stories about naturally elite spins, natural elite waves, something like that, please comment down below. Tell us, because I honestly want to go over it, because we don't need people like that tarnishing such a good community.
Compete with 360 Jeezy by creating a page and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So he created his own page, and to be honest, his page probably has the most members on Facebook, but at the same time, they have a different way of running their page. Now, when it comes to NE, you can't talk about no other product. You can't have no critical or no honest feedback about anything.
I would say some of that is true. It is. I think it is more of a fan page because everybody calls him the GOAT. But as far as not being able to talk about any other product, I personally have not had any problems with that. I remember one time a guy was asking about his really good product to use as a beginner. I personally said Sweet Jamila, very good product, all natural. Everybody else was like Royal Thickening Butter, Goat Drip, stuff like that. But I personally didn't receive anything from it. Well, then again, it was just a comment. But I don't know.
Thing in regards to them, or you will get booted, you know. Now, if you want to be on that page, I only said it to say that's what you need to understand. But with Elite Spins, you can basically say almost anything that you want to say, as long as you're not disrespecting people on a personal level, right? So you can talk about somebody waves, you can roast them, you can roast somebody wave content and everything like that. But when you start getting personal, then that's when you get booted. Or if you start trying to scam and get over on the community, they boot you as well, right? Now, the reason why I said it is because when it comes to products, one of the first people to create a product that was a waiver, his name was Ant Green. He came up with Seasick Pomade. And whenever he came out with his product, he always made sure he tried to either put a product label.
Seasick Pomade is very good product. I recommend it. If you can afford it, if you can pay for it, if you can order it, definitely you should get it
on there, or he had the ingredients posted on his website. Now, the second person that actually innovated and came out with a product was this dude named Rico. Now, some of you guys may know Rico by simply the remix do-rags, but at the same time, Rico came out with these things called remix wave butters. He had oils, he had pomades, almost anything you could think about, double butter, moisturizers, and everything like that. And the thing that set Rico apart was that he was able to customize things, you know what I'm saying? He actually offered you customized scents, you know what I'm saying? This one that I'm holding in my hand is cherry almond. He had a whole bunch of flavored scents and everything back in the day. When it came to Rico,
I know about remix pomade, but I personally have never used it before, and I didn't know you can actually customize it, and that is honestly a great feature.
products, one thing that you guys don't understand is back in the day they used to have all these different titles that you can win, and if a waiver won a title, what they sometimes would do is they would get sponsored by different companies. So you had companies like Cold Label sponsoring events, you had companies like Remix sponsoring events, even BK sponsored several events over the years, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something that people do to give back. HD Waves sponsor events, Legion also sponsor different events, things like that, you know what I'm saying? This is just something that you should do to give back to the community that supports you, because at the end of the day, most of these butters, y'all think these butters cost a lot of money to make, but they really don't. Now, this is where Copy Blasted enters the picture.
That's true. Any product you buy is really costs a fraction of what it they make, what it you buy it for to make it. That's how any company makes money. The companies you choose to support and spend your money with, that's your prerogative. But yeah.
Because this dude ended up winning some titles on Facebook and everything like that. And long story short, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just over here just spitting all this stuff like this. So I'm gonna be dropping some screenshots, you know what I'm saying, that people sent me whenever I was determining what products I should buy, you know. And
This is one thing. One thing I will say about this video so far. Um, he's very on point. It is like a little bit of a roast video, but he is giving you a background of the Wave game. Um, Another thing I like is that he is gonna provide evidence for everything he's saying, which is one thing I like, because the worst thing I would hate is just throwing pot shots with little to nothing to back it up.
And with that being said, whenever it came to considering Royal products, one thing that I learned was that Royal products came after remix products.
When the screenshots come up, I'm gonna pause it for a little bit just so you can read it personally, because I need to read it too. But
Now, that right there is very significant, because one thing that y'all don't understand is that Copy Blaster actually used to.
this is stuff I like personally about the Wave game. Now what he touched upon was supporting each other. That's one of like the family aspect that the Wave game that I think really is good for people. The help and support and stuff like this. The shout outs. It's a respect thing. At the end of the day, you help each other out. It's no animosity. It's not trying to be better than somebody, but you always want to try to be better than somebody. But you need to help lift somebody up, because the way you got to that pedestal, you can help somebody else get there.
To be on Team Remix, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day when Remix dropped his butter and everything like that, he used to be chanting Team Remix and everything like this, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, this is really incriminating right here.
Basically supporting the brand. He would be getting sponsored a whole bunch of products and stuff like that. But at the same time, this dude has always been about money. PB actually won some titles, and it got to.
There's a typo right there before I get typo. If you don't know, BOB stands for Black Owned Business. I personally did not know this happened. I actually don't know when this happened. I wasn't a part of this when this happened. I don't think so, at least. But if this is true, honestly, I think this is foul. But this is one of the problems. I honestly like with blacks in general. I'm gonna say this, that people like to step on each other, and people will do anything for a check. And at the end of the day, it's like, will you rather look out for your own, or will you rather chase money? Because at the end of the day, money leaves every day. Money is the easiest thing to spend. But if you're burning all these bridges, you're gonna get to the point where you're lost. You know, when you're stranded. And then when you're down there, you're gonna be looking for somebody, and then everybody's gonna remember how you treated them.
to a point to where he came and asked Rico for some money. He was like,
yo, I think it's time that I get paid.
Being the small business that Rico is, he simply told him,
you know what, like, I can't afford to pay people right now, but later on down the line, I plan on being able to pay the people that are sponsoring my products.
But like I said, this dude was all about the money. Now, once Rico told him that, he quit Team Remix, and a few months later, tell me why Royal Products came out on the market.
So, as to this accusation, I'm personally do not know, but it's true. I'm gonna say dates, evidence that Royal Products came after Remix Wave Butter. If Poppy Blasted did do this because he thought he wasn't getting paid or something, I personally think this is messed up. That if you're gonna say you're with somebody, your Team Remix for life, then you're gonna try to support them. But then again, I'm not gonna say his hustle, because he wanted to hustle to make his own product. I'm not gonna say he's wrong for doing that. I'm gonna say he's wrong for trying to demand money for a guy he says he was supposed to be down for. Damn. Yo, Jay Lew, honestly, with these flames, like these insults, copy block, disloyal butter, you. And this is just one like little thing I have to say right here that I personally noticed from let's see how to find it. Right, why am I going on Facebook for your product if it's supposed to be your product? That's the one thing. And like, I'm not gonna like. I don't want to really. I personally really won't buy stuff from like Facebook or other things most of the time because I don't know people like personally like that, and like just like having a Facebook business to me it just seems really ghetto.
Now, what most of you guys finally know nowadays, because a lot of people thought that PB actually came over with the product, but ever since day one, it was another guy that made the products or whatever the case is. But the reason why there was a lot of questions and speculations in regards to Royal Products is simply because as soon as PB put Team Remix, he joined onto Royal Products and everything like that. And one thing I want to point out is they start selling their products for at least $20. You know what I'm saying? So just fast forward a little bit.
Let's see.
PB quit Team Remix, he joined onto Royal Products and everything like that. And one thing I want to point out is they start selling their products for.
Alright, so this is one of the things I'm very big about on this channel. It's cost effectiveness and how you're spending your money. Right? So Remix is $4 ounces for $20, which is about $5 an ounce. Poppy Blasted and his Royal Products were 2 ounces for $20 at $10 an ounce. Now, if you think it's worth it to spend $20 on only 2 ounces of product, then that's your prerogative. But obviously, Remix is the better deal at $5 an ounce rather than $10 an ounce.
For at least $20, you know what I'm saying? So just fast forward a little bit. One of the people that's on Elite Spins, he's actually a licensed cosmetologist and he's actually a licensed barber, you know what I'm saying? He goes by the name of Baldy. Now I'm not gonna drop his personal name, but this dude did a review on Royal Products and I'm gonna just roll the clip.
Been in my cabinet. Yeah, it's supposed to crack the sidewalk. It's supposed to be.
That's actually disgusting. Like, I would honestly be so pissed off if I paid for this. Yo, $20, I would be so mad. Like, it's not even funny. I'd be pissed off. I would want a refund.
After he did his review, a lot of people respected him because at the end of the day, they know he's an unbiased person, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it really made a lot of people ask the question,
what the heck are in these Royal Products?
And by that time, that's when a lot of people started comparing Remix products as well as Royal Products. A lot of people was like,
and they both smell almost the same. The texture and the consistency is almost the same.
So a lot of the speculation comparing the two start coming up, you know what I'm saying? At that same time, I think Rico finally got in his Drake mode and he got tired of his enemies basically eating off of his ingredients and everything like that. And he came out and basically said the Royal Products was a direct copy off of his Remix product.
So, I think the territory of you stole my products is kind of because like you could have products that have similar ingredients because like those ingredients are good, but I personally like never compared the two, but like argan oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, all stuff like that is used in multiple products. So, but I mean, this part about Poppy Blasted blocking him honestly is it's pretty telling, especially if you say it team remix for life. But I mean,
Products, you know what I'm saying?
um, I'm not gonna say I don't trust Rico, but you kind of have to look at you have to look at like an unbiased opinion because like if you ask anybody their side of the story, it's always gonna be different from the other person's. But this is honest. This is obviously like a shot at him because, but I mean, I didn't know Pop Blaster did all this stuff. I mean, it's kind of grimy. But gee, I hope he did not do this because this is honestly some fucking shit.
Ran off on the floor twice. He's steady calling, I ain't calling back.
Now,
I'm weak. Honestly, this video is actually
back
type
in the
nice.
day, up until this point, nobody knew
Pop,
what the
you know,
heck was in
swiping.
Royal products, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at remix ingredients, you see that Rico has a whole bunch of ingredients into his products, and they're charged, like I told you, somewhere between $10, maybe $15, whatever the case is. But when it comes to Royal products, there's no product label.
See, this is the thing I was wondering about, honestly. That one of the things I didn't like about Royal Products is that it did not have a label. It was basically a Facebook business, and it wasn't really like legit. That's one of the things I like about like established companies, whether it's a black-owned business or not. They tell you exactly what's in there, because if you don't tell somebody, let's say somebody's allergic to almond oil. Almond oil is good for your hair, but if you're allergic to it, you don't put it on a label. Now somebody has an allergic reaction and dies. Now you're held liable for it. So as far as the it's illegal to sell products without a label, and I don't know if he technically sold a product because he didn't really have a business. So I guess he skated by on that. So he technically didn't get prosecuted. But like, if somebody honestly got seriously hurt, sick, or even died from his, he would have been done forever. Especially if he didn't have a label. I mean, just to put this in like layman's terms, the ingredients on the label basically have to be in the order of the most to the least. So, if this whatever product has the greatest number of product that's ingredient that's in there goes first, and the one that has the least percentage goes last.
To this day, there is still no website after all the years of him saying, "Oh,
We gonna come out with a website, blah 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 blah.
and at this."
That's another thing. No website, honestly, is sketchy. If someone tells you to PayPal them money for a product and they don't have anything, that's kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie.
Same time, the products are priced way above the market price in regards to the supposedly ingredients that was put in it. You know what I'm saying?
As far as that market price, really, there is a certain value for those products and how they're sold, but basically, if you're willing to pay more for those same things, then I mean that's basic. I'm not gonna say that's bad because he's making money from it, but I mean that's whatever.
saying? Now, this is where some people may call me a hater, but I honestly don't care because a lot of people ask me,
Jay Lew, so what's your thoughts on RTB?
if you don't know what RTB is simply this thing that they call Royal Thickening Butter. Now, whenever it came to the Royal Thickening Butter, they would sell it, I think, somewhere between $25 and above or whatever. And this is where the real scam comes in at, because a lot of people don't understand, but whenever it comes to men, a lot of people struggle with baldness, and a lot of people are concerned with baldness. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make a video in the future basically about how to truly thicken your hair up and everything like that, as well as go into the details about what affects your hair. But as of right now, what I want to focus on, whenever you try to offer something as a growth product to men, they're gonna try to flock to it because a lot of people are like,
Man, I'm desperate to try to get my hair back, blah, 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 blah.
so a lot of people bought this product thinking like,
You know what, it's $25, it's a little bit, even though it's a little bit more, I'm willing to buy it.
without realizing that there's other products on the market that are way more effective. Because one little thing I would say is, whenever it comes to growing your hair, an oil is way better than a butter. You don't want to put a butter in your hair to help promote hair growth, and that's one reason why I always recommend people buy either Legion sauce or the wild hair growth oil. And the one that I always refer to is the white bottle. You know what I'm saying? Now with both of those products, they're both sold somewhere between $10, depending on wherever you copy from. And I think with Legion sauce, you can add different things into it. It needs 10 to 15, and that's with shipping included. You know.
One thing I will say is that Legion sauce, the fact that you can add stuff into it, I actually like. That's more custom to you. If you need certain things, that's honestly good.
So the reason why I say that this is a scam is because they're over here selling somebody some products, and if you guys put 2 and 2 together, this dude made it seem like him and his homeboy came up with the product.
Taking this a long time for us to get this product.
But now all of a sudden, when he comes out with his new product, he basically comes out and says,
Oh, I was just a sponsor of that product, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy made that product and I was just sponsoring and promoting it.
but this is something I find kind of funny because a lot of people always tend to say,
Oh man, support BOBs. We gotta support black-owned business. Man, this y'all over here buying Jordans for X, Y, and Z. Why you can't support this person over here?
when all of the other products that I mentioned are owned by black-owned businesses, you know what I'm saying? Now, as a segue, what I don't like is whenever you have BOBs coming out here, whenever they're knocking our own people over the head with these very expensive products simply because they're trying to get over on them. And
To touch on this, 100%. This is one of the things about, honestly, blacks that I've noticed is that blacks will jump over blacks for money. And at the end of the day, money is really, it's important, but it's not everything. And that's one of the reasons, and personally in my opinion, that I think whites honestly are more successful sometimes than blacks because they like to help each other. They'll collab, they'll do other stuff so that they could bring themselves up, because they know if they bring their own up, then they could help bring themselves up. But blacks still like, nah, they'll hit each other over the head, do whatever just to get a check. That's messed up. But at the end of the day, I mean,
honestly, it's a slap in the face to you guys because it's like they're saying,
Man, you guys are stupid enough to believe whatever I say.
a lot of times people try to come to me and say,
Hey, Jay Lew, I'm gonna pay you for a product review or a video or whatever.
and I turn them down, you know what I'm saying? Sadly, a lot of people have turned against me simply because I didn't want to sell out, you know what I'm saying? Simply because I didn't want to promote something that I didn't feel was good. But enough.
to Jay Lew, much respect for that. Much respect. Honestly, selling out, for him to honestly grow the right way without selling out and accepting money to review things that probably will mess you up is honestly much respect to him. A lot of people don't do that anymore. Wherever the money goes, they'll go, and it's honestly something.
For that, you know what I'm saying? So let's get back into the Royal products. So now he's saying that he was only a sponsor of the products. He didn't make the product. His homeboy made the products and everything like that. But now he's come out with his own product. You know what I'm saying? The goat drip, which to me it sounds like a venereal disease. You know what I'm saying?
He's really coming at him.
But that's a whole nother story. Now, whenever it comes to this new product, he finally came out with a website. You know what I'm saying? Let's clap it up for that. He finally has product labels. Let's clap it up for that, you know what I'm saying? But I think the cheapest product that he has is like,
Bro, you tripping. Oh, now you tripping.
That's actually not expensive. I don't know if I would buy anything that's $30.
Now, let's look at the ingredients. Now, when you look at these ingredients, there's not a lot of ingredients, you know what I'm saying? Basically, if you look at his butter compared to Remix product labels, he's showing you guys an arm and a leg for less ingredients, but when you look at Remix products, his products are priced at the actual market price, you know what I'm saying? Now, just looking at this alone should tell you guys that.
Now, for my, usually if you leave something out, it's usually, I feel like, personally bad. But I don't know if really the number of ingredients has to do with it, because it's always quality over quantity. But then again, I've never seen his, so honestly, it could be trash.
The reason why this is considered a scam, but at the same time, I understand that if you got fans, if you got people that truly support you, that believe in you, and they just want to buy your product off the strength of your name, go ahead and do that. I'm not against that, but whenever this dude is out here telling people that,
oh man, these ingredients are amazing, it's top of the shelf, top of the line, blah 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 blah,
but they got other products such as Diva products, when you look at her ingredients, she gives you a long list of exotic ingredients, and most of her products are somewhere between $15 with shipping included. Now, I bring up these other companies to be able to show you guys reference points, because at the end of the day, my channel has always been focused on being able to teach you guys how to be educated consumers. So many people will look at a channel, and because of the subscribers and everything like that, they'll be like,
oh man, this person must know what they talking about.
but at the end of the day, a lot of people will try to finesse their own people simply because of their name, and that's one reason why I would never ever cop those products. At the same time, I would never recommend that somebody else would. Personally, when it comes to butter, you shouldn't be paying no more than $20. Now, the last thing I want to say is, the reason why I called this dude Copy Blasted wasn't only because he was copying word for word in regards to our videos. People took that as me trying to say,
No, he was copying video topics.
it wasn't video topics. It was video topics, but at the same time, it was also word for word what other people in the Wave game was saying. It wasn't just me that he was copying word for word from. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the ingredients that's on the back of this Go Drip butter, they're almost damn near the exact same as Remix products. And like I told you guys,
Stupid ads.
Are you ready?
Remix products are sold at about $10 or whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? And his products are sold at $35. So he over here knocking his own people over the head to feed his pockets and everything like that. But y'all mad at me because I'm giving y'all the facts just to help y'all save some money, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you really just want to support him because you're a fan and everything like that, go ahead and do it. But most of y'all think y'all fans of him, but y'all really fans of other people's work that he never ever gives them credit for. And that's one of the reasons why he hate me, because at the end of the day, he can delete all the comments off of his YouTube videos. He can delete and boot people out of natural elites. But when it comes to this video, he can't delete it, you know what I'm saying? Now, the last thing I want to say that should be the nail in the coffin is when it came to the royal thickening butter products that he promoted and all that stuff like that, one thing that y'all probably didn't realize is because he's a finesser. That's what finessers do. They get over on people. But if you go back and look at this one video, in this video, he's telling people,
Hey man, use RTB, blah 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 blah.
but in the video, he starts saying,
But if that doesn't work, then start using all these other products, blah 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 blah.
You can't just think that this gonna work by itself. You gotta use something else with it. Use boxing with it. Feel me? Sometimes you gotta use certain.
now the reason why I'm drawing attention to
I mean, that is kind of shaky, I think, because just saying like this with this is gonna work doesn't mean that doesn't work by itself. And like, let's say that works by itself with you, might need like a little bit more help because you might really be messed up in the game. So, but I mean, if you're selling it as just like solution for hair growth, then I mean, bad.
to this is because a lot of times people, in their pursuit of trying to get their hair to grow back and everything like that, what they tend to do is they just use anything, you know what I'm saying? So they'll buy RTB, they'll buy biotin, they'll buy all this different stuff, you know what I'm saying? They be doing all this stuff to try to get their hair back, because all they're concerned about is getting their hair back. And once their hair grows a little bit, they'll be like,
Oh man, RTB is the reason why my hair grew back.
and I'm looking at them like, dude, have you probably considered the fact that you changed up your diet, that you start using other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, but with that being said, I'm gonna have a video coming about the truth about biotin, as well as how you can grow your hair thicker and everything, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's your boy Jay Lew. I know I'm gonna catch a whole bunch of flack for this, but at the end of the day, my channel is built off of me speaking the facts and speaking my mind about things, you know what I'm saying? Now, me, I personally don't hate nobody. I just hate whenever people are getting taken advantage of, and I see, because I'm a YouTuber, and I see that they're over here manipulating people, and I got all these kids in my comments saying,
yo, man, should I really buy this product? It's really expensive.
or there's even people that's in college that happens to watch his videos as well as watch my videos, and they over here saying,
Jay Lew, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in college, I can't afford that, you know what I'm saying? I respect him, I want to buy his product, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts about this?
that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video, is because you guys need to be informed about making your decisions. Don't waste your money on something that's a basic ingredient mix, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to get your money's worth, I'm going to put a link down in the description of Diva Hair Products where you can go find her products. I'm going to also put a link to Legion Sauce, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to also put a link to the Remix Whey Butters and everything like that, so you guys can go and support legitimate BOBs, because at the end of the day, it's not about supporting every single BOB. It's about supporting the good ones, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's your boy Jay Lew. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Salute.
I hope somebody's recording that too. I like that, bro.
Is he cursing in front of his baby? Yeah. Oh. Alright, so just some final thoughts. I do watch Poppy Blaster, honestly, because I'm a Corsair Waver, he's a Corsair Waver. I mean, like, some of his videos really help. But, I honestly hope this is not true. If it is, then, he honestly lost. I'm gonna stop supporting him, because this is honestly a mess of shit. And as far as Go Drip Hair Butter and RTB and the Royal products were honestly really sketchy. He did like reviews and stuff on them, but they were too sketchy for me, because he never had a website, nothing. Just as Jay Lew said. As far as Go Drip Hair products, if I really want a really good all natural pomade, then I got Sweet Jamila, which is like $16 from Amazon for like 1 day shipping. So I'm valid. And $30 for one thing, like $60 for both is really OD. Especially because money's crazy. And I'm not gonna drop $60 for that. I could get somewhere. $60 could go way farther than that. And I guess that's it. And he's cursing in front of his baby. Like what? Why you have your baby on your lap while you're talking trash and cursing some other guy out? That's crazy. Alright, peace, you two.